Hello everyone and welcome to another video, but this one's different. Now, as you can tell by the title, I'm not happy with the current state of this game, but it's okay because it's only an alpha. Vanguard has been out for, at the time of this video, this is the third day of the alpha, so I've played the first day, the second day, played both modes, got a good feel for the game. And honestly, I don't know how to feel entirely about this game. Because one, it's an alpha. So it's early. There's room to improve, and that's a good thing. If I was to give the alpha a rating so far, I'd say it's a decent 5. Which is good. Because for a game that's not out yet, you can't give it any rating higher than that. Here are the things I do like. This is actually very short. I enjoy the feel of the game, and that's because I enjoyed Warzone. I didn't play a lot of Warzone, but I enjoyed the feel. Play a lot of Warzone, you know that it's alright, it's a good game. And another advantage is the graphics. The graphics are nice, except for times when it does not load in properly and characters look like they're from a PlayStation 1 game. The game's good. The guns sound alright for the most part. There's a good decent amount of customization available, and I really can't think much more. I mean, the indestructible environments is it's a nice twist to Call of Duty, but at the same time it's Call of Duty, so I'm not entirely sure how to feel about that. Especially since it's a game where people camp and spray. Like it's like they're taking their own version of Battlefield, but I feel like it works for Battlefield because of what it is. My favorite Battlefield is Battlefield 4, and the destruction and everything, it made sense because that's what the franchise was built on. Call of Duty was not built on that. This is different, but I'm okay with it. I think if it's done right, and if they continue to improve the game, progress the game, it'll be a good game. But as of right now, there's a lot that I don't like. First, I'm going to start with the environments. For one, the coloring on everything, I feel it's too bland. If you played Infinite Warfare or Modern Warfare 2019 or even World War II, you know that the coloring is just dead. I mean, everything is so... Where's the pop? And I get it, it's for the aesthetic, wartime, but it also is supposed to be very appealing to the eyes. I remember when Infinite Warfare came out, it came out after Black Ops 3. Content creators loved Black Ops 3 because of the bright, vibrant colors. You can make great thumbnails in the game. It was fun to look at. It felt good. This reminds me a lot of World War II and Modern Warfare 2019. It's not there color-wise. You can't really make great thumbnails out of something like this. And that's a big issue. If you're a content creator, you want to be able to get the best thumbnails possible, and you want your game to look good. For the most part, it's just browns, and this is also an issue because the players match in very well with the environment, so it's kind of hard to see some people. I remember in one of my games, I'm aiming for a guy's head, but I can't tell the difference between his head and the wall next to him. That's an issue. Another issue I have is the camping. Granted, camping will happen. It's Call of Duty. Any shooter game, it'll happen. But I feel like the ability to camp, mount and move, and shoot through objects is gonna really kill this game. For a camper to just sit there and be able to shoot you through any wall, it's gonna be very frustrating. Cause as soon as you spawn, you have to think, oh man, I can't run past this wall. In previous CODs, I'd run past the wall and feel secure, unless I knew for certain it was a thin wall that they could shoot through. But in this, the only place I feel secure is some rocks. Rocks are like the only thing durable in this game. You can shoot through everything. And that's bad because a lot of things here are made of wood. So I get it, is to increase the ability to shoot through things. But it's also frustrating because you really don't have cover. And this is an issue, especially because Some of the guns are really powerful. That's what we'll get into. And by some of the guns, I mean specifically the bar. That gun is insanely powerful. I mean, the lack of recoil, like recoil is there, but not to the extent of something like the MP40. Which is surprising because the Tommy gun, or I think it's called the M1928, this one here, has less recoil to me. And like it's more manageable. I don't know, they'd have to tweak that. That's something that definitely needs to be tweaked. The gun recoils. One improvement that is nice, you don't die as fast. The time to kill, I actually say this is better than Modern Warfare 2019, which is a good thing because in that game, if anyone played it, you know you died way too fast. But another thing is sometimes the guns feel really soft, especially when you're trying to aim on someone. I remember one of my games, I'm shooting a guy, probably landed like 10 shots on him, upper body shots. He didn't die, but then I got destroyed. Why? Because he was behind cover, behind some wood that I then destroyed and was lighting him up, and I couldn't kill him. It's like some guns you feel like you're shooting chicken nuggets and the others is shooting missiles. And that chicken nuggets would be the 1928 here, or the 1911, which I don't know why every COD decides to do this, but each year the 1911, the pistol gets worse, and this year it sounds worse. It sounds like the Atlas. Anyone remembers the Atlas pistol from Advanced Warfare? It did not sound good. It sounded weak, and that's what the 1911, the Call of Duty icon gun, that's what it sounds like to me. Yeah, overall, I would say my experience has not been that good on this game. Personally, it's the kind of game where I would not spend my own money on it. If someone bought this to me, I'd be like, yeah, sure, I'll play it. But I can't see myself going out of my way to spend my money on this game, because it's simply not fun at the state it is right now. Now remember, it is an alpha, so there's always room to improve, and that's a good thing. Because I can see the game's not terrible, it's just not as fun as I feel like it can be. And that's, again, because of the early state. These are just my early thoughts on it so far. And so far I say if they improve things, tweak things, it'll be good. I feel like this could be a good Call of Duty. I know Treyarch's working on the zombies. Personally, that's the best thing I can hear. I'm a fan of zombies. I'm a zombies player. And I really enjoy Cold War zombies. So to know that they're continuing that, I'm fine with it. My one last big complaint, and this is one that everyone, if you play a lot of war games, shooter games, I know we're all sick of World War II. I know this one can't be changed, but man, I am sick of going back to World War II. For a simple fact that all the guns are the same, so we know all the guns. But they do this thing where, if we look at COD World at War, World War II, and now this, or even if they, in some of the previous CODs, they bring old guns back, they don't all perform the same. And it's strange because you think you know a gun, like for example the 1911 in the previous games, good powerhouse, sounds good. Each year it gets worse. The Tommy gun fluctuates, the MP40 fluctuates. And I think if they're going to keep going back to the era, which I hope they don't, make it consistent. Or, in my opinion, just leave the era alone. I'm sick of World War II. I'd be fine if we did a little into the future, like when Black Ops 2 came out. What made it amazing was it was just a little into the future. It's the possibility of guns and equipment. They could do pretty much anything they wanted, and that's the fun aspect. I feel like the developers get to be more creative in that aspect and not stick to a formula that's been used time and time again. Because I feel like that's why the Battlefield games, everyone knows Battlefield 1 and 5 did not compare to Battlefield 3 and 4, because you went back in time, and quite frankly we're sick of it. So I think a game like Battlefield, where they go into 2042, it's just right there in the future, so the weapons are good enough to, they could be creative but not too crazy. I think that's the perfect balance. So this is just not even a nitpick about the game, but as a franchise as a whole, I feel like Call of Duty needs to stick to the modern or go future, but not too future. I mean, I had no problems with Black Ops 3 Infinite Warfare or Advanced Warfare's futuristic aspects. I just think if they don't go too far, but just far enough, it could be a great game. The potential is there, it's just not being explored. But yeah, that's my overall thoughts on the beta so far, or alpha. It's room to improve. Is it worth the buy? As of right now, I would say no. It don't seem like a game you would genuinely sit there and want to play for a while. Now, after saying all that, I know in the beginning I said I'll give the game a 5, but the way I speak on it and looking back, I'd actually give it more like a 3 out of 5. 5 being the highest because it is an alpha. Same rating I use on a beta. So definitely a 3 out of 5. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, remember to drop a like, subscribe, stick around. I will be posting more Call of Duty Vanguard in the future, because I want to see it as the game progress and I want to give my thoughts on it. So once again, hope you enjoyed. If you did, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.